Hey everyone, so I hadn't planned on making this video tonight, so forgive me if the lighting's rubbish and things, but I just absolutely had to share this with you because I'm still really excited about something that happened today. So long story short, Smillie helped me out with something. If you don't know who Smillie is, first of all, she's a sort of TV presenter, host, she does modelling, she has done a few films, she does some theatre, she does everything basically. She is fantastic. And so she helped me out with something today, and because she was doing a show where I live, I went to see it basically. I hadn't planned on going to see it because, to be honest, I didn't realise it was here until a couple of days ago, and I thought the tickets were sold out. But I checked and they weren't. So basically, from about 4:30, all my plans changed. I was rushing around, all for the good, because I like life fast-paced. And by, I think it came to about 6:15, and I had about an hour to get home, get my purse, get back into town, and get to the theatre. And I've never ran so fast in my life, but I ran, and I got there. And by 7:30, I was sitting in the theatre waiting for Hormonal Housewives to start. And I'd never heard of Hormonal Housewives to start before, and it's a comedy sketch play written by Julie Coombe and John McLean. I can't pronounce this, but John I'm not going to insult him by attempting to pronounce it again, so I'll just put the name in the sidebar for you. But Julie Coombe actually starred in it with Shona Price and, of course, Smillie. And it was such a fantastic performance. Carol described it as quite loose womany, which is pretty much the best way to describe it. Now again, if you don't know what Loose Women is, it's a magazine show for ITV, which is basically full of innuendos and stories about men and things like that. And this basically takes it to a whole new level, because there's a late night with Loose Women DVD, which is sort of like the raunchier side of Loose Women. You know, what would Loose Women be like if it was post-Watershed? But Hormonal Housewives take this to a completely new level. I mean, it's like Colleen Nolan in Heat. It's incredible. I maybe shouldn't be that enthusiastic about it, but it really is fantastic. Now, I didn't know it was going to be so... Put it this way, it's probably... I don't know if there's a certificate on it, but I'd say it should be at least a 15 if it doesn't have one. But I think it will do, I just didn't check. And I didn't even pick up a brochure either. I was going to get one, but then I didn't have time going in, and they were all sold out by the time I came out, which was typical. But yeah, it's such a great show. It lasted about, well, it was from 7:30 till 10 with like a 15-minute break in it. So it's quite a good length, and you have different sketches throughout it. They play their own characters as such, you know. Carol is called Carol, Julie's called Julie, and Shona's called Shona. But then they play other characters as well, which sort of gives them different personalities and things. And on a few occasions, you could actually see the three of them sort of like laughing at things they've said themselves. Not as if to say, ha ha, I'm funny, but just because they cannot believe it. I mean, there's one which Carol said towards the end, something about, I can't remember exactly, but they were playing Strip Kerplunk, and her husband's balls were all over the place. I mean, that's pretty much one of the mildest things, but she sort of chuckled to herself during that one, and I thought it was very sweet. But yeah, like I said, it was perfectly acted, and I mean, I didn't know Carol could act. I don't mean that in a bad way, but like, I'd never seen her act before, but she is really fantastic, and so it's definitely worth going to see. I don't know if they've got any more locations to go to, but if it ever tours again, with Carol or not, go and see it, because it is fantastic. But obviously try and go and see it with Carol in it, because she's great. And it's, like I said, it was pretty much a spur-of-the-moment thing for me. It was something I decided, and it happened within that hour, so it was definitely one of the best impulses ever, and definitely a great show worth seeing, especially if you like Loose Women. But like I said, it does take Loose Women to a whole new level. I mean, it's just incredible. Some of the language in it is quite insane, and there were guys in the audience as well, which there was more guys than I thought there was going to be, actually, but mainly there was a lot of women. And it was really funny. People of all ages were there, so it definitely shows that it's got that sort of mix for all age groups as well. Obviously not young people, but generally people over the age of 15, basically. And so it's definitely worth going to see if you can get a chance. And if you do see it, let me know what you think. And as usual, feel free to leave comments and everything, and subscribe and things. I'm going to go now because my eyelids are closing. But it's been a fantastic afternoon and probably one of the best experiences of my life, and definitely a build for my career, and definitely a great production to go and see, which has no faults in it. Obviously it is aimed at women, but it's not something the men can't enjoy. So it's definitely worth going to see, and if you do, let me know what you think. I'll see you later. Bye guys.